Consistency. It is one of the most underestimated yet most powerful forces in the universe of human growth, achievement, and transformation. When most people think of success, they picture a grand event, a lightning strike of inspiration, a sudden breakthrough that catapults someone into greatness. But the truth, the deep, unshakable truth is that greatness does not come from one grand gesture. It comes from the small, steady, repeated steps that are taken day after day, month after month, year after year. Consistency is the invisible hand that shapes destinies, molds character, and transforms dreams into reality. We often hear stories of people who achieve overnight success, but if you peel back the curtain and look more closely, you'll discover that behind every so-called overnight success are years of small, invisible steps. The musician who suddenly bursts onto the charts has spent thousands of unseen hours practicing. The athlete who lifts the championship trophy has pushed through countless grueling training sessions. The entrepreneur who makes headlines for a billion-dollar company has endured years of failures, experiments, and late-night grind. Success is not an event, it is a process. And that process is powered by one thing: consistency. Think of consistency like water dripping on a stone. At first glance, a single drop of water seems insignificant, weak, incapable of creating change. But drip after drip, day after day, that water slowly carves into the stone, reshaping it forever. Your actions, no matter how small, function in the same way. When repeated with consistency, they have the power to reshape your life, your mindset, your health, your relationships, your future. The tragedy is that most people quit before the magic of consistency begins to reveal itself. They underestimate the compounding power of small actions. They expect immediate results, and, when those results don't appear quickly, they give up. But the wisest among you, the ones who understand the true path to transformation, know that the reward always belongs to those who stay the course. Let us dive deeply into why consistency matters, how it works, and how you can use it to create the life you dream of. Consistency creates identity. One of the most profound truths about consistency is that it shapes not only your results, but also your identity. Every time you show up to do something, whether it's going for a run, reading a book, practicing gratitude, writing a page, you are casting a vote for the kind of person you want to become. Go for a run once, and you're just someone who went for a run. Go for a run every day for a year, and you are now a runner. Read one page of a book, and it may not feel significant, but read 10 pages a day for a year, and you have consumed thousands of pages, making you more knowledgeable, more thoughtful, more disciplined. Consistency is not about perfection. You don't have to be flawless. You simply have to be persistent. Each repeated action reinforces a piece of your identity, until eventually, the action is no longer something you do, it's who you are. When you are consistent, the small steps stop being tasks and become part of your very being. And once something becomes part of your identity, it is almost impossible to let it go. That is the real secret. Consistency doesn't just create habits, it creates identity. The compound effect, one of the most important concepts to understand about consistency, is the compound effect. Just as money compounds with time, so do your actions. Imagine investing a small amount of money every single day. At first, the growth is almost invisible. It feels like nothing is happening. But over time, the growth compounds, accelerating faster and faster until the results are extraordinary. The same principle applies to your life. If you commit to small daily improvements, the results might not show up right away. But with time, effort, and persistence, those small actions will multiply into massive transformation. Read 10 pages a day and you may not notice a difference after a week. But in a year you've read 3,650 pages, several life-changing books. Do 20 push-ups a day, and you may not see much change in a month. But in a year, that's 7,300 push-ups, and your body will be transformed. Save a few dollars daily, and before you know it, you've built an emergency fund or even financial freedom. Consistency transforms the small into the extraordinary. Why consistency is hard? If consistency is so powerful, why do so few people master it? The answer is simple: it's hard. It's not hard because the actions themselves are difficult, but because consistency demands patience, discipline, and the ability to delay gratification. We live in a world that worships instant results. We want fast food, same-day delivery, instant fame, and quick money. But real change, real growth, real success, it takes time. It requires enduring the boring, the repetitive, the ordinary. And most people are not willing to walk that path. Consistency feels unglamorous. It's not flashy to wake up early every day to work on your craft. It's not exciting to save a portion of your income instead of spending it all on luxuries. It's not thrilling to quietly build a business in the shadows before anyone knows your name. But that is exactly why consistency separates the great from the average. Those who are willing to embrace the boring, who are willing to keep showing up even when no one notices, who are willing to invest in the long game, they are the ones who eventually achieve greatness. The power of small wins. Consistency thrives on small wins. Every time you complete a small action, you create momentum. That momentum fuels motivation, and motivation reinforces consistency. The cycle begins small, but grows into something unstoppable. The mistake people often make is setting goals so massive that they feel overwhelming. They try to change everything at once, only to burn out and quit. The secret to long-term consistency is breaking your goals into small, manageable steps. Don't focus on writing an entire book, focus on writing 1 page a day. Don't focus on running a marathon, focus on putting on your running shoes and stepping outside. Don't focus on losing 50 pounds, focus on making 1 healthy meal choice today. Consistency is built 1 small win at a time. Consistency and patience. Patience is the twin sister of consistency. You cannot have one without the other. Consistency is about taking action. Patience is about trusting the process. Together, they are unstoppable. Too many people give up just before the breakthrough happens. They quit when results are not immediate, never realizing that success was only a few more steps away. Consistency demands faith, the belief that your efforts will eventually pay off, even if you can't yet see the results. Think of bamboo. When you plant a bamboo seed, nothing seems to happen for years. You water it, nurture it, and wait, but the seed remains invisible beneath the soil. Then, suddenly, in a matter of weeks, the bamboo shoots up, growing several feet almost overnight. What changed? Nothing. The growth was happening all along, beneath the surface, invisible to the eye. Your consistent efforts work in the same way. Just because you don't see immediate results doesn't mean growth isn't happening. How to build consistency in your life. 1. Start small. Choose 1 action that you can commit to daily. No matter how small, the smaller the better. Small wins build trust in yourself. 2. Set clear intentions. Know why you are doing what you're doing. Consistency requires a strong why. 3. Track your progress. Keep a simple log of your actions. Progress tracking provides motivation and accountability. Make it easy. Remove friction. Lay out your workout clothes. The night before, keep books on your desk. Prepare healthy snacks in advance. 5. Stay patient. Don't measure results too soon. Focus on the process, not the outcome. 6. Forgive imperfection. You don't need to be perfect. Missing a day doesn't erase your progress. What matters is getting back on track quickly. 7. Celebrate milestones. Reward yourself when you hit consistent streaks. Acknowledge your effort. Consistency in different areas of life, health, consistently choosing nutritious meals and regular exercise builds strength and longevity. Mindset. Daily practices of gratitude, meditation, and learning build mental resilience. Relationships. Showing up consistently with love, kindness, and presence strengthens bonds. Career. Consistent skill building, networking, and discipline create opportunities for advancement. Finances. Consistently saving, investing, and avoiding unnecessary debt creates financial freedom. Consistency is not about doing everything perfectly in every area. It's about choosing the areas that matter most to you and showing up for them relentlessly. Why consistency creates freedom at first glance. Consistency may look like restriction, doing the same thing every day. But in reality, consistency is the ultimate form of freedom. When you master consistency, you are no longer a slave to your moods, your whims, or your laziness. You create structure, and within that structure, you find freedom. Consistency in your finances gives you freedom from debt. Consistency in your health gives you freedom from disease. Consistency in your mindset gives you freedom from negativity. Consistency in your work gives you freedom from mediocrity. Freedom is not built on chaos. Freedom is built on discipline. And discipline is simply consistency in action. The legacy of consistency. One of the most beautiful truths about consistency is that it creates legacy. The actions you repeat daily not only shape your life, but can also inspire generations to come. Parents who consistently show love and discipline raise children who carry those values. Leaders who consistently act with integrity leave behind organizations built on trust. Creators who consistently share their work build movements that outlast them. What you do consistently today echoes into the future. Your small steps can create ripples that last for decades, even centuries. Conclusion. The power of small steps, the journey of transformation, is not built on giant leaps, but on tiny, consistent steps. Every day you have a choice: to show up or to quit, to take 1 step forward or to remain stuck. And while each small step may seem insignificant in the moment, over time those steps accumulate into greatness. Consistency is the bridge between goals and achievement, between dreams and reality, between who you are and who you are destined to become. So do not underestimate the small. Do not despise the ordinary. Do not dismiss the daily effort, because it is in the small, in the ordinary, in the daily, that greatness is born. Take 1 step today, then another tomorrow, then another the next day. Keep showing up, keep moving forward. Trust the process, because one day you will look back and realize that those small, consistent steps have created a life beyond your imagination. That is the power of consistency. That is how small steps create big change. And that is the truth that can transform your life forever.